Good morning. It's Joycelyn Wells, CEO of mySHAPE Solutions. And this morning we're starting our mySHAPE Spotlight. And we'll spend about 30 minutes chatting with new author Sharon Johnson. And I'll bring her in now for a quick intro. Hi, Sharon. How are you today? Sharon, can you hear me?
Hi,
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
I can now.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. How are you today?
I'm blessed.
Great.
Glad to be here.
Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And we're going to spend some time talking about you and your new book. Are you all set?
Having a problem with the audio.
So you can't hear me okay? Okay. Let's see what we can do to fix that. Hang on just a second. Let's try it. Okay, tell me, is that better? Can you hear me now or no?
No,
No? Can you turn your volume up on your phone? Hang on a minute. I'm going to send you a text message. um, let's see. Can you increase your volume? Let me
no, I
see.
can't hear you.
No? Okay. Um, let's see. What's what with that? Hang on just a second. Okay, guys, we're having some technical difficulties. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. All right. Can you hear me now? Is that better, Sharon, or no?
That's better.
Okay, that is better. Okay, fantastic. All right, so good morning. This is Joycelyn Wells with Sharon Johnson, new author of I Am the Child of a King and the Daughter of a Queen, just recently published in December. And welcome. So, Sharon, let's see. We have a couple questions for you to get started. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm from Cartersville, Georgia, born and raised, married, got one daughter that passed, Alexis Tierra Wilson, um, my baby girl, four um, biological children, two bonus kids, and I'm a born again Christian.
Okay. So you just wrote this book and you're grown up, clearly. Did you know that you were going to write a book?
Well, I didn't know per se that I was going to write a book, but I knew um, that it was something missing in my life,
Okay.
and that I had to tell my story.
Okay. One of the main things that stood out to me about your book was this quote. And I'm going to read this quote because every time I read it, I get chills. It's literally one of my favorite things. Um, my story is filled with broken pieces, terrible choices, and ugly truths. I share my story in hopes that it will become the stronghold in someone's life. Within these pages, scattered about, are truths and tales of drugs, alcohol, child abuse, verbal, physical, mental, spiritual, and sexual abuse. You will read also about my major comeback and the amazing grace that saved my life. Every time I read that, I'm floored because just the honesty in it. Can you tell me, in putting this together, in putting your book together in your words, how did you feel? I mean, this says a lot of it, but what does this mean to you to say this and put this information out there?
Well, it was painful going back to those dark places in my life. That's why it took so long for me to finish the book, you know. But I had to break the generational curses from my childhood up until my adulthood, to be free.
To be free. Yes. That's I think a lot of times we miss that. People, we have a tendency to bury things and we're never really free because we don't release them. And I understand completely what you mean by that. You had to set yourself free, right? You had to set yourself free.
Amen.
Yep. And you also said that as a child, I awoke many Saturday mornings to screams and gunfire instead of the laughter of cartoons. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it was the environment that I was raised in. My grandmother, she did the best she could in the times that she raised me back in the day, as my stepdaughter can say. And she had a club, and the it was like a dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm.
It was dysfunctional for me being a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get a chance to experience the things that a child would have to experience, you know,
Right.
as a child.
Okay. You have, in reading your book, there's a lot of death and chaos. I mean, the death was crazy. Like the number of deaths that you witnessed, that you experienced, it's like, it just doesn't make sense, right? So, how do you feel like as an adult, you've kind of coped with that? Or how did you deal with the trauma that I mean, your mother passed away, like just right there, how did you deal with that trauma just as you got older, as you grew up?
I suppressed it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I found a way to use drugs as an escape after I got introduced to drugs, you know.
Yeah. Do you feel okay, so do you feel like you used the drugs for several years and you used them to not process the things that you've seen or the things that you were seeing? Is that about right?
Yes, to numb the pain
Mm-hmm.
of life. I I couldn't cope with life on life's terms.
When did you know that you were done? When did you know you were done hiding? That you wanted to be free? When did you know it was? You know what? I got to do something different. Like this can't be.
In 2007,
Okay. Was there something significant in 2007 that just put the brakes on?
well, when I came home, I had been incarcerated for 3 years, and I had surrendered while I was incarcerated. But you know, that's to be seen, because you know we have that jailhouse mentality. You know, when I get out, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. You know, but then when you get back out in society and the same people, places, and playgrounds is right there. You know,
Right.
it'd be too much temptation for some, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I did was I got into church, and I found me a job, and I don't know, I was doing good for a while, and then I end up falling off the wagon one or two times. Like I said, the company you keep,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that last time it was over. It was like I felt something. I felt like I had one more in me and it would be over, because I had got on my knees and I had asked God to deliver me, take the taste of the drug of my choice out of my mouth. And I surrendered to him, and he delivered me from
Mm-hmm.
my of drugs.
Okay. And that was in 2007. When
Yes.
I have, I think we all probably have a family member that gets lost or has been lost in the drugs. And that's something I always wondered. It's like, well, you know that it's bad, just not do it. And then you just explained it. The intention is there. And then when you come and you connect with your old friends and the familiar places, it's just easy to fall back into the old habits. So thank you for sharing that with me, because I often think about that. I think people who don't know, we don't understand how easy it is to get caught back, because just of habit. I mean that could be anything: drugs, eating bad, drinking, gambling. It could be anything. So, but I guess that's the addiction piece. Yeah. So you decided, you knew in 2007, and when you say you surrender, I'm thinking you surrender to God, you surrender to Christ, right? Is that what you mean when you say you surrendered? Uh-oh, did I lose you? Hold on, we got choppy in here for a
We
second.
have an audio
No,
problem.
that's what I said. I thought I lost you for a second. Can you hear me now? Is this better? I hear some static in there. Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay, is that better?
That's better.
Okay. So I was asking you, so when you said you surrendered, that did you meant you surrendered to Christ? Is that what you meant? Okay. So and you came home, you found a church. Was it a family church? Is it a church on your own? Like, was it a place familiar to you?
Could you repeat that?
When you said you found a church, was it a family church that you just started to go back to again, or did you find a new church?
Well, I went my church, my home church, and my grandmother had let a pastor. She let the pastor use her building that used to be Queen's Place. She had leased it out to them, and so it was convenient right next door to my house. So, and they were
Mm-hmm.
just starting. So,
Okay. Well, that was convenient to have it right next
faithful
door.
in the house. I needed
I,
that strength to get on the next week. You know,
hmm hmm And you did, and it didn't. Sometimes
wasn't
the
easy.
biggest obstacle. Hmm?
I said it
What
wasn't
did you say?
easy.
Yeah,
It wasn't easy.
yeah, I'm sure.
My um, 30 years clean now.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. A celebration.
Thank
And you
you.
celebrated in writing a book. Ah, that's wonderful.
Hey,
Yes. Congratulations on that. That's amazing. When you decided that you wanted to, when you went forward with the idea of writing a book, what were some of the first things you had to do with your family to let them know that you were writing? Uh-oh, I think we lost you. Hang on a second. I don't really know what's going on here. Hold on just a second. It's something with some static in there. Let me see. Okay. Can you hear me now? Sharon, are you here? Can you hear me? We've spent the whole video asking if you can hear me. Sharon, can you hear me or no? No? Okay, just a second. She's got, my audio is red. Okay, hold on. It's saying that my connection is bad. Hold on. Okay, let's see if we can get back in here. Here we go. Okay, this should be better. Oh, shoot. Okay, Sharon, this should be better. Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? No? That is it. It's saying there's a bad connection. I don't know if you
yes, I hear.
can. Okay, there you go. You should have a better connection now. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi. It says we had a bad connection, so it looks like it was probably buffering, but you're back now. So, okay. When you
Yes,
decided you
ma'am.
were going to write, you can hear me now, right? Yes? Sharon, can you hear me? You're frozen. Okay. It says connection down. All right. So let me see what's going on here. My connection is going out too. All right, Sharon. I guess you have a good connection, but it's saying now mine is not. Okay, let's see if this is it. Can you hear me? Sharon, can you hear me? No? Hello? Can you hear me now? Ugh, this technology is killing me. All right, so Sharon, I cannot hear you. I don't think you can hear me either. No? Have anything else up? Well, let's see. I guess that I can't hear Sharon, so we may have to tape this interview and then play it because it's not doing a live stream for me. So I'll have to get with her to record this interview and then we can stream it because it is not happening right now. Hold on. Yeah. Sharon, it's not happening. So to record this interview and then we can stream it because it is not happening right now. Hold on. Okay, so here's the thing, Sharon. So it says that it's saying that we both have a good signal and I don't know why we can't hear each other. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream and then I'll get with you so that we can record an interview and then I can just post it. So I'll get in touch with you in just a bit, okay? I know you can't hear me. Okay, so this is Joycelyn Wells with mySHAPE Spotlight, and I was interviewing Miss Sharon Johnson as for her first book, I Am the Child of a King and the Daughter of a Queen. But we're having some audio issues that I can't hear her and she can't hear me. So we're gonna have to wrap up this segment and then I'll get you guys a clean video with her and access to her books and information. So, okay, so have a great day. Thank you guys so much for joining us and we really appreciate it. All right, bye.